Welcome everyone, super excited to bring this super powerful Druid build to you guys. And I'm having so much fun with it, so before I say anything, let's have a look at the replays. So what I do is I'll go through the whole replay with you guys at the end. And this is a boss, right? Look at the boss's HP, guys. This is the power of the Druid. And we deal so much damage, and this boss dies under 5 seconds. And guess what? We deal so much damage to everything. And this is such a good build. You don't have to do much. Your main character is more like a Pokemon trainer, and I'll show you guys over here. You're great with AoEs, you're great with stunning, you're great with tank ability. You kill everything very fast. Notice this elite there? If I press my button, he'll die instantly, but I didn't even press it. So it's so powerful, this build, that you don't really have to do anything. Your wolves will do everything for you. And here I'll show you guys again. If I want to sync out one elite, I can one shot. I can send a kill command, my wolves will kill it in one shot. And again, if you guys down, you have unstoppable. So if I send an attack on this elite, one shot, the elite's gone, right? So this is so powerful, and I really want to share this build with you guys because I think the Druid has a very good potential after discovering this combo. Now coming over to our gameplay, what I'll do is, at the end of the video guys, I'll give you a full dungeon run, and you got to see how smooth and how beautiful and lovely the Druid is. And just to show you guys my stats, notice I have 855 attack, and this is done because we have a certain Codex. So same as before, what I do is, because this build is very relied on the Codex and also aspects of your build, I'll show you guys what is available, and then we'll go through the skill trees because of that. Now the first item of choice is going to be this two-handed weapon that is enchanted with one additional companion. So this actually means all of our companion skill will deal 200% more damage. Unfortunately, I only rolled this one to the lowest, to 200. If I got 300, this would be really broken and really special. But only 200, you already saw how strong it is. Now the second item of focus is going to be this one. We're turning our little wolves into werewolves, and this allows them to get another 150% multiplier, so 1.5 times. I happen to have this one on the max roll, so this is initially 100%, on the amulet it's 150%, and this is also super powerful. So right away you can see we're multiplying the damage from the companions and also on the wolves, and this also makes them very durable and very deadly. Now, so we go through the other offensive codexes. We have one that I really want to share with you guys. I'm not sure if this works 100%, but it seems to be working. So this is actually allowing me to have a level 35 capstone. So here my companions will actually enjoy the bonuses for a key capstone passive. So if I come over to the skills, the capstone for the Druid is over here, and it is mentioning the Bestial Rampage. So this is us being a werewolf. When you are being a werewolf, you gain increased attack speed, and this lasts for 15 seconds. And our companions are werewolves now, so it is likely they are enjoying at least 20% bonus to attack speed. And this basically unlocks a keystone for a capstone for your companions at level 25 for level 35. And that's why it's broken, right? Now over here on this screen, you can see another offensive aspect, and this is imprinted for 30% more damage if I stand still. This is how I have over 855 attack power. If I move, I'm back to 657. So this is going to, this is going to affect my playstyle as well. We just have to stand, everything dies. Now coming over to the last offensive item we have, I'm going for increased critical strike and also massive crowd control. So here we have another 21% increased critical chance when the enemies are injured. You saw in the replay, which we'll see very soon again, our wolves chunk the boss down into half health in one shot. And before you know it, it's down to 35%. And then after that, we're 100% crit pretty much all the time. Now coming over to the boots, you can see I'll be spreading my crowd control onto other enemies, because our companions will deal more damage when enemies are controlled, and so do we. And over here we also have a few of the codex for the bulwark. Earthen bulwark increases duration and also increases the shield replenishment, and here a more additional bonus amount for the earthen bulwark because we're controlling enemies. This build works perfectly, and I'm so glad I crafted this build before the beta ends. Now finally we have the helmet. Very unfortunate, I actually took the wrong helmet. I sold the right helmet, which had a +1 to wolf and also +44% damage to the boss, which is unstoppable, but I sold it accidentally, so I'm left with the spare one I have. And it's very powerful. So one thing to highlight is you can see that I have companion skill damage increase on the chest. Very rare roll, and I managed to get it to 11.7% over here. And as for the gloves, we have increased critical chance. So a lot of the good things will be transferred onto your minions. Here we have +1 to all companion skills on the amulet. Very nice. And here we have some close range damage and also some distant range damage, simply because sometimes the wolves kills people from afar, sometimes you stand next to them. Just to show you guys my my stats over here, 855 attack power, and here you can see my critical chance before the activation of my particular offensive spell for 21 more percent. Before this is 18.2%. We also have more critical rates as you see in the passives. So everything else is pretty straightforward. We're very durable, especially with the shield, and we also have unstoppable. This build is very good. So coming over to a skill tree, you can see I'll be going with 1 point into Storm Strike and another point for the chance of immobilizing enemies. Whenever we immobilize or disable enemies, we get so many benefits, which I'll show you guys. This also brings us into melee range, because my focus is being in the melee range, which gains another 9% critical chance. Here I will be only going 1 point into the core spell Tornado, which allows me to produce more tornadoes and also slow enemies. When enemies are slowed, we deal more damage. And notice I'm kind of like a support, I disable, I slow, and the good part is I'm very durable. So 1 point into Earthen Bulwark and also make it unstoppable and provide us with Fortify. Again, I'm just trying to survive, cause wolves will do everything. So coming over to the highlight, I had a +7, I'm so sad, I could have had more damage. So this is a +6 wolf, simply because you have 1+ skill to all companions on Amulet. It is very easy to find and it's very powerful. So here with the wolf damage, notice those damage will be amplified dramatically by the Codex and also aspects we have. So by 200% on this weapon, also by another 150% on this amulet. So it is very powerful. Now the wolves will be upgraded into that the wolves will deal additional 20% damage when enemies are immobilized, stunned or slowed, which will do everything. And over here the wolf will get another 20% attack speed when you critical hit. Remember we critical hit a lot with the passives and also the skill perks and also aspects. So very nice. We'll be going with 1 point into Mind Creeper and also increased duration and also another 20% increased critical chance. So again, we crit, wolf hits very hard and they hit fast. Finally, we'll go into the Ravens. 1 point into the Ravens and also upgrades, which allows us to have vulnerability. So I usually cast Ravens before the fight, and this just one-shots almost everything. Now unfortunately, we're a little short on points, so 2 points into Call of Wild. If I had 1 more point, I'll go into this for 30% bonus damage, but the 20% is already tremendous. Now quickly going through over the sockets, you really want to socket your armor for plus HP simply because your defensive skills is nice for it and it also scales with your high HP, but it's not a big deal. I do think the wolves also scale with your maximum HP, but they're very durable. I haven't seen them die, they kill everything so fast. As for the sockets over here, you go for critical damage to crowd control enemies because everyone's controlled. Because if you count how much crowd control we'll have 20% increased crowd control, and here we have another increased crowd control of 43%. So we are doubling our crowd control, and we'll be crowd controlling enemies for over 3 seconds and even longer. So 3 seconds become 5 seconds. Now before we go over to the gameplay, I just want to tell you guys, this build actually has so much potential. We have not even unlocked the Druid Specialization, and it's so powerful. Let's get into the replays and I'll show you guys everything. So over here we have a full replay of me running through the Light Eye. I like this dungeon because I don't get lost that easily, and I've been testing my builds on this dungeon a lot. So right away you can see, we're very durable, and all we have to do is let a wolf do damage, but most of the time I'm looking for elites. And my sending wolves, so actually I'll quickly tell you guys my combination of spells. So my unstoppable and also tanky spells will be the Bulwark. And as for the Veins and also for the Ravens, one of them will disable enemies and also provide us with more damage. And the Ravens will provide vulnerability. If I send the wolf kill command, they can almost kill anything with 1 shot. For the boss, it probably takes 2 shots. And as for our basic and also core skills, it's just here to buff the wolves. Now as you can see over here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find an elite, and now I find an elite, I'm actually going for the 2 elites that solve the quest. So, well, takes a little delay, but I'll show you guys the whole thing. So here's an elite, and this is actually the first time I'm testing it. So I'm going to send out my wolves, I'm send out my disables. I was like, go boys, 1 shot. I was like, wow, did you see that? He jumped, so 3 wolves, right? Only 1 jumped. The other 2 were kind of engaged on something else. 1 jumping wolf killed the elite in 1 shot, and there's more, it's so good. So over here, as we keep going, we're going to kill both of the elites to open up the gate, and then we'll go for the boss. I like this one just because I know it's up and done. So I realize how powerful I am, and the next thing is I kind of want to see how powerful I am, kind of like, without my wolves. So what you see is I'll try to not use wolves that much, but I'll still activate it. But what happens when it's on cooldown, it's also very powerful. And again, notice here, we want to see how strong we are, so I kind of left the elite over there, and I was like, oh, where's the monster? So here I'm trying to not activate my wolves if I can, and I'm just running through. And notice that the wolves are kind of lagging behind. This is why you want to use the kill command. I know at this point I'm still getting used to the build, but very soon you see, it's actually really lovely. So here we finally found the elite, and let's see. So I usually do my combo, and I send out my wolves, one shot. Now the second elite comes back, you know the second elite that comes, so here my wolves will be fighting second elite without active spells, and they also hit super fast. So this is without any active spells. It's all passive, no more attack, and the enemy just dies. Now as we keep going, what we're going to see is I'll be trying to focus down elites, and also I'll be testing out different combinations. And because this is one of my first rounds in the dungeon, I was like, okay, how do I do this? You know, how strong I am. I'm still testing things out. But you know, after this round I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I need to make this video, right? So at the moment, we're looking for elites, and I realized how much potential I have, you know, when single down elites. And here, this is a good test. We're seeing how much damage we can deal against monsters without my active command to kill enemies. So this is without sending out my wolf to do one-shot enemies. They two-shot them with no more attack. And very good AoE damage. Look at that. So remember the necromancer that kills everything? This one's almost good as that. Of course, it's not as broken, so it probably won't get nerfed as well, so it's really good. And again, if you get disabled, if you get crowd control, you have instant, you know, escape spell. And here, kill command, one shot the elite, right? Did you see that? Disappeared. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I'm loving this build. It's actually my favorite build on the Druid. And I was having so much trouble making the Druid work, and I didn't know I had this build all alone. Should I try this one first? Because I thought it's a meme build, so I decided to try it, you know, at the end of the beta. But, you know, if I tried it earlier, we would have been like the most powerful Druid, right? So again, what you want to do is, your wolves will be lagging behind. So as you run faster, once you stop, you can disable enemies and send out the wolves. So, oh, what happened to the elite? It disappeared. And it's gone. It's so fun, guys. I basically feel like I'm a hunter. I'm like a beastmaster. And all I have to do is send out my wolves. And here we'll be fighting the boss. And after drinking the maximum health, so here I'll give you guys a rotation of how I fight the boss. Remember that we have a particular codex that we have the aspect that allows us to gain 30% damage increase. So fighting bosses, you actually want to stand still, because this will turn your damage from 650 to 850. And that's exactly what I did over here. I stand still, I cast the armor so the boss doesn't push me over. I just send out my ravens, send out my veins, one shot, two shot, and when it's under 30% HP, the boss will get critical so much. Here I moved a little bit, so I lost a bit of damage. We hit the boss so hard, he actually dropped a mace. So I just show you guys again, it's actually so enjoyable. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could beat Asmongold's, like, you know, 5 seconds. I think we're pretty close, or I might have even beaten him. And if I had my wolf's, you know, helmet right, I definitely could have done that. So one shot, that wolf did not jump, did you see? It jumped back. It's so fun, guys, I'm having so much fun with it. And I still have a lot of room to grow as well. So I'll show you guys over here. The room to grow is I can always hunt for a helmet that provides me with the particular perk to +1 to wolves. That provides me with 10% more of damage. And also I can level up my gears to provide more companion damage and also more critical chance and also my stats. And also level up my weapon. So this build has so much potential, and this can definitely be the main meta build for the Druid as you level up to the max for the launch. Now before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.